What's up, everybody? Hi, Ghost here. I'm home from work today, till further notice, but I'm going to tell you all about that here in a little bit. It's January 7th, and I'm going to go eat and get a little bit cleaned up, and we'll get into it. Let's go. All right, well, now since I've done eating breakfast and I've kind of fixed the beard, hair not so much, um, it's been a good week. I hope everybody had a really good week. It was a good week at work for the most part. It still was. There may be some graphic images in this video. If you're listening to the podcast audio only on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Spreaker, I recommend you going over to the YouTube channel and checking out the podcast in video format. Because there are going to be some pictures I'm going to be throwing up in here that, if you don't like blood, it's not super gory, but a lot of people can't handle blood very well. But yeah, there are gonna be some images. But so what happened yesterday at work? I was cutting some steel and on a shear we call a piranha, and I was cutting some pieces of steel out, and I had my index finger under the part that I was cutting, but not in the shear. So when it got cut and it came and it was going to fall off, it pinched it between like the shroud, I guess you could say, and the material. So it didn't get caught in the machine, but it did cause some damage to my finger. I still have my finger though, so that's a good thing. Now, I had to go to the hospital because it happened at work, right? So my boss took me, and he's sitting up there waiting for me while I'm out in the hospital, and there were no rooms available. So I was in a hallway bed called hallway 10 bed. So that was a little different. I felt like I was in a movie, like hospitals are crazy packed, and we got to have patients in the hallway. Well, anyway, I'm sitting out there chilling, and the nurses are coming by, and they're starting to treat me, giving me X-rays. No broken bones, which is shocking. There's no broken. I still haven't broken a bone in my entire life. But so as soon as they're working, on my finger, checking it out, cleaning it up, one nurse goes, "You don't even seem like you don't seem phased by it." I'm like, "Well, phased by what?" She goes, "Well, your finger is like smashed." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, accidents happen. It hurts, but it's not like excruciating pain." I mean, I've been stabbed in the head with a beer bottle. I've been stabbed in the neck with a beer bottle. I've fallen off the top of a moving freight train. I mean, I've had my fair share of shenanigans in my life. But honestly, the one thing that hurt the most, all right, was when they had to numb my finger. So right here, they had to put a needle in to inject the numbing stuff, which didn't hurt as bad, okay? But right here, let's do it on this finger. They had to inject right here on that on the bend. That fucking hurt, man. That sucked. And once again, if you're listening to this too on the podcast, on the audio, I recommend going to YouTube and checking it out. So that sucked. So that numbed it up pretty much, almost. So then, they wait 10, 15 minutes. They come back and they do like the poke test and make sure it's all good. Well, on the outside of my finger, it felt fine. As soon as she starts to like pull my fucking nail off, I'm like, "Oh no, I can feel that. I can feel every part of that." She's like, "Okay, we'll do some more numbing stuff." So, and she didn't sound like that. By the way, if somehow the nurse that treated me hears this or watches this, she didn't sound like, "Hey, we'll give you some more." She didn't sound like that. So she, injected more, but now my finger is exposed. It's cleaned up. I can see what's not left of the finger and fingernail, right? So she injects the needle like straight into where it's all fucked up, and and she's putting the needle in my finger, and I just go, "Christ!" It hurt, motherfuckers. But yeah. So we got it completely numb. Well, they got it completely numb, and she removed the whole fingernail. I still have my finger. She removed the whole fingernail and everything, cleaned it up, and then put some stuff where the fingernail's supposed to go. After she put, I think, 6, maybe 8 stitches where the fingernail is supposed to be, which is crazy because I can't even tie a knot that small, and she put 8 stitches like where your fingernail's supposed to be. So that was crazy. All right, so that happened, and it's all good now. There's a little throbbing and all that good fun stuff. But you know what? Let's roll to these images. There's not a lot, but let's roll to those. Now what you're seeing here, this is my finger wrapped up. And that's what was treated at work by the first aid guy that's on our shift. And then this picture right here, this one is that's my finger, before any attention was brought to it at the ER room. And yeah, that looks great, doesn't it? And then also here is the picture of my finger after being soaked in warm, soapy iodine water, or whatever you want to call it. So what you see are like the suds around that and everything. So it looks worse than it does. But then of course now I should have taken video. But now here's a picture of my finger wrapped up, and I got to keep it wrapped up until I go see the doctor on Monday. And then those are the images. I should have probably warned you. But that was my Thursday. So I have another 4-day weekend without wanting a 4-day weekend. So that sucks. But that's the way the start of the weekend goes. Woohoo! By the way, we're downstairs in another part of my house that I want to make it into a little studio type deal. It's all concrete walls. It's nothing elaborate, but again, the audio on this, I'm recording this on my GoPro 8, and I'm using my mini boom mic, or whatever you want to call it. It's got the fluffer on it. But I figured we step away from the computer area, step away from it. Not that you guys care. But my grandpa used to hang out down here. He used to have a bed right here. His TV used to be over there. He used to come down here and hang out, and he has like all his little memorabilia stuff up. The Andy Griffin Show poster over there. USS Alabama ship over there. Picture of it. A drawing. I don't know if you guys see it. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see it. A drawing of my cousin Brad drew, which Brad just passed away a few weeks ago. We lost touch with him. We lost touch in family through the years because of family issues. But we lost him. Great artist. And then over here is a picture of my mom and my aunt. My mom and her sister. So that's up there. But yeah, this is and then we got my grandpa's record player over here, all his records. You guys probably saw those a little bit in the beginning of the video. But we got the Johnny Cash story songs of the trains and the rivers. Woohoo! I do listen to these, shockingly or not. And then you can't go wrong. I don't know why this isn't on the wall. Three Stooges. Okay, so I used to watch the Three Stooges with my grandpa all the time, and I need to hang this up down here. I need to get some nails or some sticky, tacky stuff. But I do play these records. Oh, look, another Johnny Cash record, which I was listening to recently, actually. Story of a Broken Heart by Johnny Cash. And look at that. I love listening to these things. It's absolutely awesome. Right for your complete list of star-studded records, 1962. Very, very cool. But yeah, that's about it, So I hope you guys have a good weekend. I hope you guys end the work week well. To my coworkers out there, I'm sorry this happened. And what's funny is after I smashed my finger, I went over to my buddy at work, and we're all talking about how we're gonna make these parts for this customer's van. And I'm like, yo, and he thought I was like messing around with them, and he punched me. And I'm like, dude, and he looks down and he goes, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, man, like who do I go to? And then my other coworker, freaking out more than I was, he takes these huge strides, these huge steps. I'm like, oh my God, we gotta do something. I'm like, yo, calm down, man. It's like my finger's still there. We're good. And so I go to the guy that's on the shift for first aid. We go to the bathroom. We're cleaning it up, and I'm touching it. And my fingernail is like popping up. Right, it's popping. That little white thing you saw in the video and then the photo, that was movable. Okay. And then my other coworker comes in the bathroom, and I love this guy to death. He's awesome, and we all get along great. But here's what happens. My finger is under the running water, right? We're cleaning it. He goes, poke, and I'm like, what are you doing? Quit poking my finger. He goes, well, I just wanted to see if it would move. Now, let me remind you, and you probably saw my bald spot. Comment about it. Let me know about my bald spot. Let me know. But, so I was like, what are you doing? Because I just wanted to see if it would move. And we're all laughing. The guys I work with are all great guys. We get along great. It's a workplace. So sometimes we run into the obstacles, and not within the workplace, but within each other, and we butt heads. Yeah, we all get along really well, and it's a very close-knit family, and we just, we all come together to make sure we all do our own part and help each other out to make one final product, and to watch a vehicle roll out of our shop, coming in from sometimes a just truck cab and chassis to a full functioning work van for a customer. So, yeah, that was my week. That was my Thursday. I hope you guys had a good one and have a great weekend and a great Friday night. And whatever you're listening on or watching, Spreaker, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Spotify, be sure to hit that follow, hit that subscribe as well. I've seen that the subscriber number here on YouTube has gone up a little bit. And if you are listening to this as audio, head over to YouTube, check out the video, and hit that subscribe button. To everybody that has subscribed in the last week, thank you so much. It's awesome to see that number going up, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the podcast and anything else on the channel you can find. But that's gonna be it for me today. This is just something fun to do. So until next time, guys, stay kind, stay humble, and as always, this is Ghost Out and my funky little finger. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Have fun. Have a great weekend. Later.